Greetings. In this video I want to show you how to fix the red airbag light that will stay illuminated in your dashboard of your Nissan vehicle. The light will either blink while you're driving and while the vehicle's on, the Nissan's on, or it will just stay red. And it's usually located underneath the seat belt light. Now this particular model is a 2014 Nissan Altima, but I don't care what year or model Nissan that you have. You can have a Rogue, you can have a Maxima, you can have a Sentra, a Cube. It doesn't matter what Nissan that you have. So this particular one is a push button, and I have my key with me, or you might have the ignition one. I want to show you all three methods. We're going to first reset the airbag, and then I want to show you what to do underneath the seats, because the yellow cable for the airbag are underneath the seats. Alright, so what you're going to do for the push button, you're not going to hit the brake or the gas. You're just going to leave that off, and you want to tap the start button twice. So once, twice, and you should hear your air conditioner going on or whatever, and you can see the lights are on. So you're going to do that. You're going to keep it on for approximately 10 seconds. You're going to turn it off. And now I'm showing you what to do with the push button. And then you want to do it again. Brake off, no brake, no gas. Just tap this twice. Again, you're going to leave it for 10 seconds, approximately. A little bit less, a little bit more, no big deal. You're going to turn it off. And you want to do it 3 times in all. You get the picture. And then it should remove the light, most likely. If you have the ignition, you're just going to, same thing, keep your foot off the brake or the gas, and you're going to turn it on the on condition. Let it sit for on the on, without turning on the vehicle, on the on position. Turn it off, turn it back on, 10 seconds. You're going to do that 3 times with the ignition. All right, turn it on, and then tell me if the light comes on. And if it does, then it's not fixed yet. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to access the cables underneath the seats. Now, preferably, you don't want to be storing anything underneath your seats, because that sometimes will mess up the wire, the airbag wire. So on the driver's seat, the airbag is located, the airbag yellow cable is located in the back, and then on the passenger seat, it's usually located on the front. So what we're going to do is go to the back, and we're going to make sure we can access it. So I'm going to push this up. We'll go ahead and do that. All right, and push this back forward. And you may need to get like a little flashlight. All right, so right now we're underneath the driver's seat, and you can see here there's a this is the airbag cord right here. This is the airbag with the yellow tab here. You see this cord? That's the airbag. So make sure that this is plugged in fully, and if not, go ahead and plug it back in. Just make sure that the car is turned off. And if it is plugged in, go ahead and wiggle it back and forth. And this wiggling actually sometimes will release it to where it'll start working again. Now this is the driver's seat. Now the passenger should be located on the front. So let's go to the passenger. Okay, now that we're at the passenger, let's go ahead and manually, this one is manual, so we'll go ahead to manually push this one up. So right now we're at the passenger seat in the front. We're going to make sure that this yellow cable is snugly into its socket where it belongs. And I got my flashlight on here, and it is. So the next thing I want to do is wiggle it and push it in, and wiggle it, push it in. All right, so now what I want you to do is turn on your Nissan and see if the airbag light turned off. If it didn't, for whatever reason, what I want you to do is, for both the passenger and the driver's seat, I want you to push forward and backward both seats 4 or 5 times. And that will actually sometimes make it start working again, the airbag. Alright, so on the passenger, I got the lever here. So I'm just going to go backwards, and then go back up. And then go back this way, and go back up. Now I'm going to do that 4 or 5 times. This one's electric. So I want you to go forward, and of course it's a little bit slower, and then backwards. And I want you to do that about 4 or 5 times. And sometimes that will knock it in place to where it'll start working. Now, start your vehicle and see if it works. Now, last but not least, if that does not work, with the vehicle off, I want you to go under your hood of your Nissan, go to the battery, and unplug both the positive and the negative of your battery, and keep them unplugged. And so basically you're turning off all the electric, and keep it unplugged, the battery unplugged, for a good 15 minutes. Then plug it back in, close your hood, and then see if it works. One of those methods should work. If not, you might have to take it to the Nissan dealership. Alright, thanks again for watching. Make sure you subscribe.